Good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Lisa Bedeau here with Jordan Schreier. It's just after 5 on our Wednesday morning.
Yesterday evening, I mowed my lawn for the last time and at the same time got my snowblower ready because that is where we live right now. So for what we can expect in our weather, let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Green.
At least it's always interesting, right? There's always something to talk about, and we've got a lot to talk about today. We're making that transition to more wintry weather here as we head into the second half of the week. Today, we start to notice changes with colder air moving in. A cold front's going to be moving through, and rain will start to take over. Now, that may not happen for some of us until tonight. Those of us on the warm side of that cold front may end up having a pretty nice morning, especially, and then the changeover starts to happen later. Up to the northwest, well, that's where we're more likely to see those changes earlier. We'll see that snow approach from the west. Some of us maybe even seeing some flurries later. Thursday, that's the day when we're talking about that sharp rain snow line where there's a big cutoff from west to east. So we're looking at wet weather in the east in the day on Thursday, a lot of rain happening, and out to the west, heavy snow developing, and we could see some accumulations in the west up to 10 inches. Doesn't mean everybody will get that amount, but up to 10 inches in that first phase of this storm. Now, Friday and Saturday, when that big low that we've been talking about gets going in earnest, we'll see that heavy snow possible for us throughout the valley. Right now, it does look like we'll have the heaviest totals simply because we'll have 2-day totals to add up in the west. We'll have the heaviest totals there with also some intense wind, and that could mean a lot of issues here, impacts on this early season storm with leaves still on the trees, could bring down some branches here, and that's a concern regardless of whether we get much snow or not. So big impacts from this winter storm. We do have some new updates to our alerts. The James River Valley now in a winter storm warning. Keep in mind all of this starts tomorrow. Today we stay on the quieter side of things. We just start to see that rain fill in. There's that cold front that will continue to just slowly advance eastward. Right now we're looking at some quieter weather, and your temperatures right now, some 40s and 50s. It's 55 in Fargo, 46 in Grand Forks. Good visibility at the moment. It was down in Candu, and those winds are getting going, a gust to 30 in Devil's Lake. Today shouldn't be too bad for Fargo. We'll get into the 60s. It's to the north and west where we'll notice that cold air first, and then things do change again for tonight. So changes starting today. We'll really get them going in earnest tomorrow. So more on that coming up in your hour-by-hour planner.
Okay. Thank you, Lisa.
And as she mentioned, snow could be on the road soon, and that means that plows are going to be making their first routes of the season.
The Valley Today's Abby Kirchner joins us live this morning as she learns how local road crews are getting ready. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, Lisa and Jordan. I'm here with Lee Anderson with the City of Fargo Public Works Department. And Lee, I can't believe that I'm standing with you talking about getting the plows ready, but 'tis the season, right? And so how is City of Fargo preparing for this potential winter storm this weekend?
Well, it's got our attention, that's for sure. We'll have all our available equipment ready to go by the time we need it.
Have you been preparing your trucks at all? Have you been kind of running their maintenance?
We run a preventative maintenance plan, so our techs have been working on most of our trucks throughout the summer to get them ready. Of course, we use a lot of them, so there's some that need to be repaired as we speak that are in the shop, but hopefully those repairs are made today and tomorrow, and we can get most of our vehicles out on the roadway.
And so I have to ask, how many plows could we potentially see this weekend?
Well, we split our crews in half, so in a nutshell, without any help from other departments, there'll be 25 people on day shift, 25 people on the night shift.
Oh my goodness, I just can't believe that we could potentially be seeing plows on the road. Tis the season, like I said, but also I know too, surrounding areas are also getting ready. West Fargo has prepared maintenance on their plows. They're splitting up into the same 12-hour shifts 24/7, and I know that they have brought in 700 tons of sand and also 300 tons of salt, and they have that ready to go just in case. But I know that roadways could get slick here soon, and so we're going to be talking too about some of those reminders when it comes to driving with plows on the road, just to refresh our memory here in just a few minutes.
Good information. Abby Kirchner reporting live for us this morning. Thank you. Now, wet weather last month stalled most plans for harvesting, and now, of course, the threat of snow could push farmers back even further.
And Daryl Richardson with NDSU's Ag Weather Network thinks that farmers will be able to salvage most of their crops after this week's storm, but he does expect that their yields will be impacted.
And if it tracks the way it appears, the North Dakota farmers will probably have a much tougher next week than the Minnesota ones.
Richardson says this is one of the worst farming years he's seen in a long time. And he figures this week's storm will set farmers back a minimum of 5 days.